Good morning, everyone. My name is Ross Sunday from CCL Components. Proud to be here today with Natalie Woodford from Fronius. We are long-standing partners of Fronius in the UK, long-standing distributors of solar components in the UK. Fronius, as you guys know, have been at the forefront of technological development and quality when it comes to solar inverters, and we're very proud to be with them today to showcase their new platform for installers called myFronius. Natalie today will be taking us through the contents of what's available for installers, and it really does cover every aspect of the sales process, installation, design, ongoing maintenance. You can find resource tools here, including certificates, firmware updates, just to name a few. Natalie's going to give a good overview of the site, where you can find things and how you can personalize your dashboard to suit your needs, and there'll be plenty of time for questions at the end. So without further ado, I want to pass you across to Natalie, who will take you through this.
Morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. So yes, my name's Natalie. I'm on the marketing team for Fronius UK, and been working on myFronius this year so that we can bring it to our solar partners across the UK and Ireland. So I've just got a couple of quick polls that I'm just going to do, just so I can gauge who we've got in the audience. So the first one I've got is, are you already a Fronius system partner or a Fronius trained installer, or neither of those? Okay, so we've got quite a good mix on the call, so that's great. So the reason I ask this is because Fronius system partners and Fronius trained installers, you have a slightly different view to a non-partnered Fronius installer. So at the end of the webinar, I'll go through your specifics that are available to you. You can, if you're not an FSP or an FTI, you're more than welcome to stay on to the call and see what those are about as well. And then obviously we can tell you a bit more about the program throughout the webinar. And then the next poll that I've got is, do you have a SolarWeb or an SOS account with Fronius? So, okay, so it's quite a mix of responses. So obviously one of the reasons I asked that is because with myFronius, it's a single sign-in. You don't need an extra account or an extra password or anything like that. So if you have an SOS or a SolarWeb account, you can use those login details to access myFronius, and you won't need to re-sign up or anything. If you don't have either of those accounts, you can register via myFronius on the website itself, and then you'll be able to log in on that way. So what I'll do then, I'll just hop straight into the myFronius demonstration. So we simply go to the website of myfronius.com/en. So myfronius.com, it is our new customer and partner platform. So it's our central, all-in-one place information portal for our customers and our installer partners, our sales partners, where you can get a wealth of knowledge from Fronius, and it's designed to help you with your daily business. So within myFronius, we have a download center where you can find firmware updates, you can find brochures, images, and you can personalize the content to yourself. We have our news center, which is all the latest news from Fronius, and you also get into our Fronius applications. So that'll be SolarWeb, SOS, Solar Configurator. They're all on there, and you'll be able to access those at any one time. As I said before, if you don't already have a SolarWeb or an SOS account, you can click on here and it will take you through the registration guide so that you know what to fill in and what information we need so that we can get you onto the portal. So we simply click the login button at the top. Now, obviously I have a test user, so I will log in with that today. And if you don't have an account already, you can click this register now button as well. It's also here as well as on the home screen. So when we log in, then you will land on the myFronius dashboard. So from the dashboard here, you can see is our latest news articles that we've published on there for you to read. We also have a links section from the side menu. This is where you can get through to the different apps or the different side websites, so SolarWeb, SOS, Solar Start, product registrations, that is on there as well. We also have a section called favorite downloads. So these are the specific files that you have favorited, and they will show up in here. You can also sort out your favorite products. So if you are only working on, say, residential systems, you can put your focus on Gen 24 Primo or the Primo Snap-in. If you're working on commercials, you can also then focus on Simo. You can focus on Verto, anything along those lines. So working across the top, so again, your dashboard is the main page that you will land on. Then we have the news center at the top. So this is all of the news, not just the latest ones. You can scroll through and see the historical news articles, but you can also filter down here as well. So you can press the see more and you'll be able to filter by if you want things on just Primo or just Gen 24, for example. If you wanted everything on Gen 24, you can apply the selection and it will bring up just the news articles that relate to those products. So you have the option to personalize, customize, change your view, however it is you want to do. And you can simply just press the little cross and it will bring you back to wherever you want to start from. Then we have our pollution and product and solution well, which is all about the products. So this includes downloads, commissioning information, obviously product information, and this will be constantly evolved as new products come on board. But for example, you can click in here, and this is for the Gen 24s, and then you'll see the latest software updates, you'll see quick guides, installation videos, you can get into the operating manuals. So everything is kind of all in one place on a nice simple page that you guys can navigate through and find out. Like similarly, we have here about the compatible batteries, so you can get some more information on there, again with how-to videos and download links for if you need them. As we work to the top, we have our know-how section. So this is all around our trainings and our webinars. So our trainings is what we offer either on site at our technology centre in Milton Keynes, or sometimes they're external. We hold them at various parts across the UK and Ireland. We can also do on-site training. So if you've got quite a larger team, we can come to your premises and run product training, service training, and it also links with our Fronius Train Installer Program and our Fronius FSP program, so a system partner program. And you can click onto this link here and it will take you to our upcoming training events. So you can register for those on there. Then we have information about our webinars. So similar to this, they're typically very short, 30 to 40-minute webinars, normally around a specific key topic. And we run some locally here at Fronius UK with our tech advisors here, but our colleagues in the trainings team at International in Austria, they also run a lot of webinars. You'll see those published on our website. You can register, attend any of those. And again, you can click here and it will take you through to our upcoming webinars. So then you'll be able to register for those. And our training program does come with credits, which is then awarded to your either Fronius system partner or your Fronius trained installer status. So each course or webinar or training course that you do has a certain amount of credits, and that is then what goes into your annual total or for your registration to the partner program. And then we also have our e-academy. So our e-academy is our entry course into working with Fronius. It covers everything that you could possibly need around installation and commissioning of inverters, our Watt pilot, our own pilot, and it's all broken down into modules. So you can complete one module, you can complete 5 modules in a day. It's entirely up to you. It's at your pace. It's a mixture of application videos, it's a mixture of slides, and at the end of each module then there's a knowledge test, and then that again builds up training credits towards your FTI or FSP status. And the e-academy is open to everybody, so you don't have to be an FTI or an FSP to do the e-academy. It's open to any installer. We welcome everyone to sign up. Again, you can use the same login for your SolarWeb or your SOS account or your myFronius account. You don't need to re-register. You can just click join the e-academy, log in, and then you will see the modules that we have put online for everyone to do. Now, completing either the e-academy or our FTI training day is a prerequisite for joining the Fronius Trained Installer program or joining the Fronius System Partner program. So the main differences is a trained installer is someone who goes out and is purely doing installations of Fronius systems, whereas a system partner is someone who is doing all the service side and the maintenance as well as installations. So there's kind of 2 splits to the program, and if you would become a Fronius system partner, that means that you will get extra benefits on top of being a Fronius trained installer, which also includes being able to change the boards within our inverters. So we will train you on how to do all of that. So that's kind of the difference within those. Then we have our service and our tools section. So again, this is all of the digital platforms that we have within Fronius, and you can get access to these through myFronius using the same login. You won't need to re-log in. Once you click in it, it will log you straight through. So you have Solar Creator, Solar Start, which is actually an app, so you'd need to put that on your Google Play or Apple App Store. You've got SolarWeb, which is an app, or you can use it online as well. You've got SolarWatt, the Solar Watt Pilot, app, which is for use with our EV charger. SOS, which is our support tool, which is available 24/7 and is really good tool that you can put in a serial number, put in a state code, and it will tell you any potential issues within the system and steps to how to rectify that as well. If you are an FSP, this is where this comes into its own, because you will be able to order the relevant boards that you need to have them sent out to you or to site to the customer. You can order them from the app. If you're not an FSP, you can start an inverter exchange if that's what's required. We've also got our repowering tool, which is if you are swapping out an inverter on a site and you want to make sure you put the right Fronius in, the repowering tool is there, so you can put in and it will advise you as to which inverter is the best one to be used. And then we'll pop up to the top. So we do have information about the partner program. So this is one that we are updating because our Fronius trained installer has only recently launched. So we will be updating this page. So at the minute it's around the system partners, but it's a bit about the program and how to join. It also gives you the advantages of joining the program and what you can get from us, what you can get from our tech support team, what you can get from sales and marketing support. You'll get access to SolarWeb Premium for free if you're an FSP. You get a logo that you can use to publicize yourself. There's an installer map search. You get priority in the tech support queue. So there's lots of advantages to becoming a system partner. So that information is there. The last bit that we have in myFronius is the download center. So this is for us, this is probably the most or the more resource that you will probably use within myFronius. So this gives you an access to a wealth of information. So we've grouped it all together. So you have all your technical information in one area. So software, certificates, installation, operation manuals, technical documentation. You've also got the sales and marketing. So you've got access to brochures, pictures, press releases, and then we've got our legal bits as well, so to do with warranties and things like that. So it's really quite easy to use. So if you were looking for, say, a software update, you can click in here, and this will give you all of the software is available for our products, including the change logs. So you can either you can use the filtering here as well. So if you wanted everything for, say, Gen 24, you can apply the selection, and it will only bring up the relevant firmware updates. This is always up to date. The latest version will always be published, and hence why we have the changelog, so you can see what's gone from one version to the next. So you don't have to keep searching for these. If you see this little star icon here, if you click this, it will add it into your favorite downloads back in the dashboard. So you don't have to keep searching, you don't have to type. Everything will be in there at your dashboard, so you don't then need to keep searching for it. You can also use the search center at the top. So if you wanted something to do with the SIMO, for example, you can type just SIMO in, and it will bring up everything that we have about the SIMO, including photos, data sheets, etc. But if that's not what you want and you just want a certificate, you can click certificate, and it will only bring up the relevant certificates to do with Fronius SIMO products. And you can then also do that within each section. So if you're in the installation and commissioning, you can search for, say, Gen 24, and it'll only bring up the relevant information from that category, but about Gen 24. So you have those in there. So that is pretty much myFronius in a nutshell. So I suppose if there's any questions, then I'm happy to answer those.
You, Natalie, if that's okay. You mentioned earlier that you can customize the dashboard. Are you able to show us?
Yes. So where I clicked on the little yellow star, that is where those will show up. But if you wanted to do favorite products, then you just go into here and then you click this little cog, and it will bring up your favorite products. So again, if you were, say, only working on residential, you could say, I only want to know about Primo. And then you click apply, and it'll only bring up the latest news or the latest information. So that's all it will bring up for you, and you can filter through if you want. But yeah, so then that way, if you're on your favorite products, that's all that you will see. So you won't need to filter through everything else. But yeah, the favorite downloads, and this could be a firmware, a brochure, a picture, a certificate, it could be a white paper, whatever it is. Whenever you see the little star, if you click that, it will turn yellow, and then that means it's added into your favorite downloads. And like I said, the firmware version, the brochure version, everything, it is the latest version, so we'll always update the same record, so you don't have to research. You know that when you go there, you have the latest version of what you need.
Fantastic. Another one, sales and marketing resources for installers to use. Is there a section to include them that you could show?
Yes. So in the download center, you have the section of marketing. So if you wanted a brochure or a data sheet, those are all in here. So you can then literally just click on here to download it, and it will go into your download files, and then you can open up the brochure. So then you can either email that to a customer, or you can print it, you can save it somewhere, you can upload it to your website, whatever it is that you need, that's where those are. So yes, the installers, partners, customers, you can download any of these data sheets, and then yeah, you can use those then to populate for your website.
Okay. Is there anything else that installers can use for their website from here? Is there are they able to use the images?
Yes, so we do have some pictures. Again, this is growing, so we've got a lot still to add, which we are doing. But again, you can just click on the pictures and then it will bring up a picture to download. So this is one that we're working on more, to get more in there for people to use. But yes, you can definitely get those bits as well. But there is, yeah, when we've kind of finished the main part of this, if anyone wants to stick around, I will definitely go through the enhanced version of myFronius that's available to trained installers and system partners, which has a lot more marketing material on it.
Fantastic. Just one final thing from me.
Yeah.
Comes up a lot when installers on site, installers going to a call out and wanting to check if an inverter's in warranty. Is that something that can be done through myFronius?
Not specifically through myFronius, but you can access via the links. You can go into Solar SOS. So it will open up SOS. You can log in. It doesn't auto log me in because I'm on a test account, but you can log into your myFronius account, into your SOS account, sorry, and within SOS, that's where you will have access to the technical support information. So
Yes.
it's a really nice, simple, easy tool. You can put in the serial number of an inverter to check the warranty status. You can put in the state code and it will tell you what that relates to in what part of the PV system. And then it will show you troubleshooting measures that you can take. So you can go through step by step and say, you know, I've done that. Yes, it did. No, it didn't work. And then it will take you through to the next bits. And then if the inverter does need a board change or a swap, it will get to that point and then you can raise that within SOS. So it's, yeah, a really easy tool. It's especially good if someone's, you know, working weekends or late when our tech support guys are not available. It gives you that in the power of your hands then.
Fantastic. That's all from me. Just want to open up to any questions from any of the attendees. If anyone's got anything to ask, we're happy to.
We have a question. Is myFronius going to be available as an app?
It is something that's in discussions within the team at Fronius International. At the minute, it is a browser-based platform, but it is mobile optimized. So it is smartphone friendly or iPad friendly or whatever. So yes, at the minute it is web-based, but yes, an app is in discussion. But possibly once we've got more of the features and the content available, then we'd maybe look to start an app.
Okay, it doesn't look like there's much more coming in at the moment. Obviously, if anybody's got any questions, we're more than happy to take offline and answer at any point. Natalie, were you looking to stick on and do something for the FSPs and FTIs?
Yeah, it's open to anyone. So you know, please feel free to stay on the line, even if you're not a trained installer or a system partner, because it will give you an insight as to what is available if you were to look at joining the programs. So I'm just going to switch to a installer account. Might take a second, I hope. So there's a couple of key differences between what a non-partner status installer sees and what a partner status. So anyone that's a Fronius trained installer or a Fronius system partner, we did send a communication out to that about this last week, so hopefully a lot of you may have already seen it, but I'll just do a run through of it anyway. So the biggest one you'll see from your dashboard is My Year with Fronius. So when we click into this, so a FSP and an FTI have certain targets to maintain throughout the year to enable them to still be within our partner program. So My Year with Fronius is really the gateway for you to be able to see how you're doing throughout the year. And it's a really nice little graphical tool, so it will tell you at the bottom what the target is, and above that in the bolder numbers will be what you have achieved throughout the year, and it goes through these nice sort of little color flows. So depending on where you're at, it will start with red and then it will go around through to orange and then hit to the green, to say that when you've achieved the target for the year. And this is one of the criteria is for FSPs is you need to update your contact details every year, making sure we've got all of your engineers registered so that when we have them in our system, we know to prioritize them in our tech support queue. That's the biggest part of registering. And all of them have these little information icons, so you can click on them, which will give you more information about what that target criteria is. But for like this one, because there's a link where you need to update your information, you can click on that and it will take you into our portal to be able to update your information. Similarly here, if you, with the PV systems in SolarWeb, it will tell you it just gives you an explanation, sorry, of the number of PV systems that you've put in SolarWeb this year, where you're the owner or the supervisor of the PV system. So it's a really nice little graphical tool. It's updated daily, so it's constantly up to date. And you can always be then on target. You can celebrate your achievements and also see, oh, okay, right, we need to get some more trainings done, so let's attend some more webinars, for example. This is where I was saying earlier about training credits. Each of our webinars that you attend, any of our e-academy modules that you complete, any of our face-to-face trainings that you attend, they all have credits assigned to them, and then that means that you've got those throughout the year. The next one, which is in our link section, is this, and it's called our brand center. So this is where I said that there's a lot more for FTIs and FSPs. So we have our brand center, which is a template hub and a icon and image hub for FTIs and FSPs that we've developed so that you can create dual branded Fronius content primarily. So we have like an introduction, but we have an option where you can get social media templates that we've come up with and created, so you can utilize those for your stories or for your main page posts. We also have email banners, so you can use those to put on your email signatures. And we also have some print content as well. So we've got some posters in A1 up to sort of A3. We've got some other various posters, and then we've got sort of flyers or advert templates that you can use and adapt, so that you can use those if you wanted to do any advertising or anything like that. Those are all in there. So I'll just give you a quick example of how it can work. So if you wanted to create, say, a social media post, you could click use this template and you can start making and amending and pre-fill in your own information. So in here, you could upload your own logo. So I'll just put the FSP logo in. So you can put your own branded logo on there. You can click in this blue space and click over here, and you can choose from our brand center images a wealth of Fronius style images on product, of lifestyle type images. So we have all of you know, these bits again will be adding and making this more flexible for you guys. So you can add in a picture here. If you wanted to change it or move it, you can just quickly click on the crop, drag this across, and then it will change the perspective of where the image is. You can also upload your own. So if you wanted to utilize our templates, but with your own installation examples, you know, you can do that. You can literally click upload, find the picture where you've saved it, and you can put your own picture in as well. You don't just have to use ours. And you can add your own headlines. So you literally just double click and then you can type in a title, and you can also type in your subtitles for whatever it is that you wanted to do. And then once you're happy and you've got everything where you want it to be, you can simply download this as either a PDF. This is social media, so you're probably going to want a PNG. You can download this and then it will say it's exporting it. You can carry on and doing other bits if you want to, but just for this example, I will let it run for the minute. And it will say your publication's ready. You can download, and then you'll see that what you have designed is now in a social media format friendly, and you can utilize this then on your existing channels, so LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook. It'll work across all of those for you, and it's exactly the same method if you was to use one of our flyer templates, one of our advert templates, any of the email signatures. Exactly the same principle. It's literally a click, add a picture, double click, add your text. It's really, really simple, really, really easy to use. We've got a section called downloads here. So within the downloads, you will see you can download our Fronius logo. So that can be downloaded for you guys to use on your website, for example. We have our image library. So I see all because I'm a multi-business unit user, but you can see here in Solar, you can see all the pictures that we've got on. So we've started to put up some for our new Watt Pilot EV charger. We've got some on the Verto, some on the Toro, some on the old Snap-ins, Gen 24. We've got some lifestyle-y kind of training FSP ones with panels, so you can utilize those within when you're working with Fronius content. There's a few videos, there's not many. That's been something that's more populated, but you could then again use these to download and put on your website. So if you wanted to put the Toro feature video on, you could download that and put that, say, on your website or your socials. And we've also got our like our Earth mission sustainability guides. You can download that. Again, this is going to get more and more populated as we get more and more in with myFronius. And then we've got some press images that if any media outlets were working within this, then that's here as well. And again, we've also got our press section for them, so you can use this as well. You can see our latest articles, you can download anything that's in there. But yeah, it's probably not so much for installers, this one, but it is there as well. And then the kind of last section we have is our actual brand guide, so to speak. So it goes through detailed information about our brand identity, its purpose, the style, the concept that we go for within Fronius, what, how we like to talk about things, what the ideas are, our image, so that's like our image style that we use, and our beliefs and our behaviors. So our principles, what we stand for, how we want to talk to people, and how we want our message to go across. But there's also within here a brand design section. So this is our kind of Bible for working with the Fronius brand. So if you're using our assets, you know, this is kind of what we how we would like it to be portrayed and what we expect people to use. So it gives you, you know, how big the logo should be, our colors schemes, our fonts, our icons, but it also gives you some handy do's and don'ts as to how the logo should be represented. Same with the colors, it gives you our color makeup, so you can see what our color scheme is, do's and don'ts is how to use that. Same as typography. We have quite specific fonts, but we do have a like an Office, Word, Outlook, PowerPoint based font that you can substitute for those. And again, it gives you a do's and don'ts as to what to use. And then icons, so how they should be displayed, how they're created and drawn. So if you do have graphic designers within your company, then this is, you know, where they'll know how to pull out all the bits that they need. And we've also got our brand voice section, so we go through our personas, how we communicate within our communication methods, and kind of the 3 modes that we use. So we like to explain, connect, and excite. That's kind of the core principles to the Fronius brand voice. So yes, but like I say, if you're a Fronius system partner or a Fronius trained installer, this template section especially is going to be quite relevant for you, quite core, especially if you're maybe a smaller installer, you don't maybe have the time to put posts and things together. You can utilize a lot of our content and use that on your own platforms. So yes, that is myFronius and the Brand Center. So if anyone else has got any more questions, please do feel free to put them in the chat box.
Thanks very much, Natalie.
That's okay. I don't see any more questions, so I think that might be us done for the day.
Lovely. You can go home.
Oh no, lots to do. But yeah, no, if anyone does have any any questions, any queries, you can either reach out to us directly or me directly, either or. I'll be more than happy to help anyone. You know, I can set up a Teams call, you know, and shadow your screen, and I can help you point you in the right direction of things. So yeah, please, you know, do reach out if you going to use the platform and you're having any problems, and I'll be able to divert you in the same way.
Okay, and also from CCL side, if anybody is interested in the products, looking for information, pricing, etc., then feel free to get in touch with the team here. Yeah.
Well, thanks for joining us today, guys. And we'll hopefully see you next week at our next webinar, which is like our 2024 wrap up / moving into 25. So you can register for that via myFronius or via the website.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.